Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
On first down, Watkins, and his first pass is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Watkins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a 3rd-round pick back in 2012.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. He's got him in. Complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. Space to run past the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll run. It's Carter. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. From 6 yards away. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Throwing on 1st down. Watkins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 41 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a... And he's got it! What a catch on the sideline. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That completes it again to Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the 1st half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll run here with Carter. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw. Watkins got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Frazier. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Looking to throw. Watkins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 1st and 10, Watkins, throw right side complete to Carter. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Working with his 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Watkins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So let's glance at a player spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And he's been effective in their winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Now for the point after. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Open man is Samuel, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. Watkins. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Watkins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. A potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. On 2nd and 10. Wilson, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. Now, a little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson out left here. It's complete to Wheaton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Complete to Wheaton. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He'll find Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 40 yards. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Carter with it. And he's got some space here. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Washington.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Carter. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, second and goal. To throw on second down. Watkins. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. Operating from the gun. Watkins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the night. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Throwing on first down, Watkins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's Carter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. For a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Wilson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again here, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now. The NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Watkins over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Watkins going for the deep ball. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A huge play there for Washington.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Watkins. And it's caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And this is going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Wilson wants to throw it. Brought in by Wheaton. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. To throw again is Wilson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.